Welcome to another episode of IAAM podcast. I am Sneha Bhattacharya, founder and director of Mantishk, a counseling and training consultancy service, which is dedicated to filling the crucial gaps in emotional well-being. Today, this podcast, we are here with a very, very eminent personality. And as we know, IAM podcast and IAM, founded by Mr. Elvis De Silva, is for real conversations with industry trailblazers and so that we, all of us trainers, can gain direction, inspiration, and ideas to grow our careers and create a lasting impact. We have someone truly extraordinary today joining us, Mr. Sangram Singh Pawar, founder and CEO of Mindworks Inc. and Utung GCC Inc. He is not just a corporate leader and AI visionary, but also, very interestingly, a former Ranji cricketer and passionate mentor who continues to shape lives on and off the field. With a career that spans leading transformations across 70 plus countries, coaching 80 plus young cricketers, and representing India at global leadership forums, his journey is rich with lessons for every trainer and coach out there. In this episode, we will talk about many things about how to build resilience and relevance as a trainer, about what it takes to scale from individual sessions to global consulting, and how you can future proof your training career in the AI era. If you are a trainer looking to grow your impact or explore new directions, this one's definitely for you. Welcome, sir. How are
My
you doing,
pleasure.
sir?
Thank you. My pleasure. And Elvis and I am the whole team. It's my privilege to be there on this podcast and share my experiences and also uh, learn from you during the discussion because I believe in learning at core of my heart. So I always say that till the end of my life I'll be student.
Right. So, as trainers, sir, we all believe in learning. That's our common agenda, I guess. However, we see that many of us are driven by our passion, but we are not able to convert our passion into a viable business. So, I will start with this first because this is a burning question for many trainers, I'm sure. And as you have made it to that point, so what are the key turning points, sir, if you can share with us, that helped you scale your Mindworks Inc. and Utung GCC Inc.?
Yeah. So there's one element called passion and one element called business. So both the things, if you want to marry, right, we need to understand that how uh, and what is the purpose of getting into business. See, one is naturally, I'm passionate trainer, so I love to train people. But is it scalable? Is it going to be only limited to myself, or I'm also going to pass on my knowledge to others and create many trainers around me and make it more scalable, right? So when it comes to business, it's always scalability, it's always velocity, and most of the management gurus they say today's formula for business is profitability is equal to velocity into margins. So this is what the formula is set for people. So when we come with a passion, we need to understand first is, what is my total addressable market. I need to understand who is my customer. So we need to shift our thought process from me as an individual to the customer to whom I'm going to provide the services, right? So then
Right.
the whole epicenter moves there. The
Hmm.
nerve center goes towards customer. So understanding customer becomes very important. Second part is what is my serviceable, addressable market. So I always say that you need to have TAM, SAM, and SOM as a part of your understanding of the market. Till the time you don't understand the market, the customers, the segmentation of the customers, the type of customers in front of you, who are your competitors, where you like to position your niche, what is your niche, and how you'd like to create that space for yourself in the market. It will never work as a business plan. So as a part of your business strategy, business plan, from a trainer to scalable business of training, this is a shift. There's a overall S curve, what I always say, has to be established as a part of your growth strategy.
So, sir, as you are talking about strategies, can you just mention if any particular strategy which helped you move from that individual coaching to leading large-scale organizational business?
Yeah. So foremost strategy, which is and which is much deeper, Sneha. When it comes to you as an individual trainer, you're a passionate trainer. You have your own niche. So first and foremost, I need to think, okay, whether I like to build my business around me and myself, or I want to sit back and say, okay, now this is my organization which is going to take care of my customer. There's a first paradigm shift, which every individual has to go through, and that's a paradox. Believe me, people don't want to leave their own sweet spot, and they don't want to create an organization. So, organization for scalability, right? So there are two models. We have seen people like Sandeep Maheshwari's guy of the world who
Right.
are individualistic, or say Bindras of the world, they're individualistic, or say Anthony Robbins, for that matter of fact. They're individual trainers, but they have created the organization.
Right.
Now, and the whole persona is evolving around them of the organization. Now, there is one set of thought process. Another set of thought process is like Carnegie Mellon University, right? For example, so someone has started this, but now it's an organization. So, person has stepped back, and he or she has created the standards. He has created the processes, systems, and he has trained people to deliver to that standard, right? So I have to decide first as to which way or journey I need to take. Okay, so both are scalable, but the another second one is more scalable because then it's your name, but you're creating an organization to deliver, right?
Hmm.
So that is what I created. So I moved back, saying that okay, I'm going to train people now. I'm going to set standards, the quality
Hmm.
standards for people, right? So that people can come take the standards and deliver. So creating standards, creating systems, creating processes becomes utmost important when you are building an organization to
Hmm.
scale.
So
That's what
clarity needs to be very much, I guess, that which
first
way
is
you want to
exactly. First is paradox,
go. Hmm.
understanding the paradox, taking a part, taking a decision which way you need to go, and both have the consequences. Understanding these consequences and your dream, your vision is very important, right? What kind of vision you have in front of you? What is your purpose of
Definitely.
existence? If
Hmm.
all these things are there as a part of your clarity, what you said exactly, the path becomes more easier.
Right. So do you think, sir, that you had an interesting, or I'll say that rather unconventional, another parallel career into Ranji cricket and everything? So is has that experience shaped your this kind of thought process and
Yeah,
leadership and training style?
yeah,
How?
in fact, yeah, there's a good this parallel you are drawing. I
Yeah.
learned a lot of things from sports. As I said, my sport was not an individualistic sport like badminton, or say it is a table tennis, right? It's not
Right. Right.
revolving around. It's a team sport. So
Hmm.
when I played this at that level, actually, my team comes first.
Hmm.
So I'm servicing to my nation. I'm servicing to my team, and my team members comes first, and then I stand there. So
Hmm.
that feeling and that DNA was cultivated from the childhood. So even if I am doing best of best of my own talent, I'm showcasing that. But for whom I am doing that? For my team.
Right.
Therefore, the team comes first.
So that
Right?
sportsman, I guess that coming out of individualistic mentality
Yeah.
was much easier for you.
Yes, yes, yes. So that's a
Right.
paradigm which was very clear, and from the
Yeah.
childhood, it has made me work for the team rather than working from individual
Yeah.
approach.
And that always helps, I guess, working for the team.
Yeah,
Ultimately, everyone is gained. The
yeah,
all the
yeah,
team members, including ourselves.
yeah,
Right?
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. And also, what I learned from there is while you're leading the team, for example, you're captain of the team, you're setting the tone for the team, you're giving the vision to the team. But while you do this, how to make it more participative in nature, so that
Hmm.
it's equally owned by the team, right? So it shouldn't be that it's my vision or it's my mission. It's not my, it's our vision. So the reframing of the statements, what I learned in those days, are really helping me in my current career.
So basically, if I take a takeaway from what you are saying, so as okay, I'm also an organizational psychologist. So if we are into OD, whatever we are training, we should first inculcate that into our own
Yeah,
company or business,
yeah,
right? So
exactly, exactly,
so that is
exactly,
what has made the difference, I feel. Or
exactly.
I'll take that learning from you for sure.
So yeah, yeah, that's what I have learned
Yeah.
from large, no, big guys as well. I was fortunate enough to be with really good entrepreneurs, big entrepreneurs, and that's what I've learned in my career. Yeah,
Got it. So, sir, nowadays there is a lot of AI in everything, right? In training, all the contents can be created by AI and everything. Everywhere there is technology is actually reshaping the entire industry. How can trainers stay relevant in this continuously changing AI world or market, and maybe future proof
Yeah,
themselves?
yeah. No, in fact, I always, I'm also a speaker, avid speaker on AI, and I go in
Mm,
different forums. I speak on AI and different tools, how the AI uh, scenario is going to change in coming 5 years down the line, 10 years down the line, and how we should, adapt to that situation before time, not later, late in those change levers, but before time. So if you look at overall framework, what I've been speaking on is a burger model, which I always talk to people is the topmost layer is your human intelligence. The
mm,
middle layer is your artificial intelligence, which is going to change to AGI, that is artificial general intelligence going forward, which is a big shift from a automation mindset to an autonomy mindset. So the mindset is going to change, paradigms are to change. The AI world is going to bring autonomy in place.
mm,
And the third layer is your bias intelligence. So these are the three layers of intelligence what I have always been talking about to people. So when I say human intelligence, I also talk about emotional intelligence there. I also talk about AI as a middle layer, and the third layer is bias. So when to use, when not to use, right? Those kind of nuances. And for that, I've created a framework called multi-agentic deployment authority plan, or matrix. It's called MADAM framework, which helps organization today to take a decision or to balance human in network and AI in network. So these are the two major stones what we need to really balance it out, and this framework really helps organization. And similarly, if you look at the trainers, trainers are also naturally the human beings, and human intelligence is set there. So they have to understand they're always top above artificial intelligence, right? So
right.
we trainers will have to think how we can utilize AI for your good, right?
Mm,
Very simple example I'll give you. Marshall Goldsmith, he has
mm,
created his own clone. He is one of the
right,
greatest
right.
coaches. Yeah.
Mm,
Now
mm,
he, being at this age, also he says no, nothing doing. AI is coming in. Let me create my own clone. So that's
mm,
how he has created his own clone. So he's not shying away from the technology. So first and
right.
foremost, we should not shy away from the technology. We should see what can really help me from this technology, and how I can leverage
Mm,
the good part of the technology. Yeah. So that mindset, first of all, we need to create. Again, I'm telling you, Sneha, is mindset, tool set, and skill set. Mindset is a
mm,
core. For trainers, also, you'll have to think through. Okay, we are open to adapt. Okay, that's
right.
the first mindset. Second
Mm,
thing is what are the levers I'm going to use from AI to really help me to really excel in my career. And then third, we say, okay, with AI and myself, my intelligence, how I can take this together and deliver to my customers.
right. So as the base maybe saying goes that, if you do not master AI, then only I can master you. So
Yeah, yes,
obviously then, yeah, or any technology actually for that matter.
yeah,
So
yeah.
if we do not, yeah, if we do not make them slave, then they are the threat. Otherwise,
Exactly, exactly, exactly. So what it means is we need to know more than what AI does, right?
definitely, at least how it is working, or how we can
Yeah,
make use of it to the max,
to,
maybe.
to maneuver,
Yeah.
yeah, to maneuver the AI, yeah.
Yeah, definitely. And sir, you talked about your framework. Is there a way that how we can know about that, or we can learn about
Yeah,
it?
See, most of my frameworks are there today on LinkedIn. It's open. Articles I've written, white papers I've written, submitted. People can go on my LinkedIn page.
Okay.
My name, Sangram Se Pawar. There's a LinkedIn, uh, handle. You can go and
Okay.
visit. My articles are there. Frameworks are open to people for use.
Oh,
I've also
that's
put in a lot of thought process in Hugging Face. Hugging Face is another site where a lot of AI, new protocols are being written there. So yesterday only
okay.
there is one more protocol which is being launched by Entropy Claude. It is called
Mhm.
MCP.
Okay.
Right. So MCP is going to be the next wave to really make AI react with the current applications in the organization, enterprise applications. So if today we have an LMS in the organization, how I can build a layer of AI which has an MC protocol. With the help of protocol, it actually takes the data, and also it acts with the current system and integrates
Wow.
with the current system. So we all should know about what's happening in the market, how the market is
Definitely.
moving, right? We are moving from agents. So earlier it was generative AI. Now we are talking about agents. From agents, we are going to move to agentic world. What it means is agents are going to collaborate, and then we say, okay, this is a multi-agent collaboration ecosystem which is going to be there in front of
Exciting.
us. And then we have super operator model, and then we say, okay, now the things are moving to autonomy. So that's a journey. So Google is also working big time. So see, trainers will also have to leverage all this. What I mean is this: if we are not able to leverage, you cannot create magic. Wow, to your customers. You have to create magic moments for your customers, right? So you can
Right.
bring magic moments with the help of AI.
Right. So while making those magic moments, not only with AI, without or with AI, all of us sometimes go through some moments of failure, some moments of rejection and everything, right, sir? So I would like to know that if at all any such moment was there in your journey, and how have you been able to turn it into any kind of opportunity, if at all you have any such kind of experience?
Yeah, so very simple. Yeah, it all goes back to the basic fundamental thought process. The paradigms what you have, the belief systems what you have. I'll go much deeper in nature. I'll not look at the behavioral part of it. I'll go into the belief system. And the belief system, what I always drive is, thinking best is there, is given.
Hmm.
Because you think best, you are there in the market today. Okay, what will make you survive is think next. That paradigm is so powerful paradigm, saying that if you don't think next, if you don't think about future, if you don't anticipate the future, no, you will not be able to survive, you will not be able to lead the tide. So if I want to ride the tide, then I need to think next. The think next paradigm has to be inculcated by each and every individual. That's what really helped me during my bad times, and that has kept me floating. Okay, I always got hooked on what's next, yeah, and
Right.
how I can really capitalize on my past. So these are the two things help me, getting that momentum rather than cribbing, sitting beside and cribbing on, all those negative psychology. We talk about positive psychology nowadays. So let's move into that genre of positive psychology. Understand how we can reframe our linguistics, which is part of your NLP, and then we move to the saying that okay, we cultivate that paradigm of think next.
So you have talked about a very interesting thing. NLP is definitely very, very in the training sector now. So I would like to know that do you use any NLP technique or any other technique to make your training sessions very memorable and
Yeah,
transformable? Because yeah.
yeah. So in fact, many times I use anchoring technique.
Hmm.
I also help my participant to do parts integration. So, different conflicts are there in front of me, different paradigms are there, but I see to it that both the paradigms they finally meet the one goal, and how to create that unifiedness. So that really helps me to make my participants follow my instructions, my
That gives a
training, and
result also, I guess. They get
exactly,
that
exactly.
feeling.
Yeah,
Hmm.
exactly. So in a course of action, I also do rational emotive behavioral therapy.
Hmm.
Many times I go back and dispute some irrational thought processes and make them realize that the thoughts were not relevant now. The thoughts are not relevant for tomorrow. those were relevant in the past. So these are the few things I keep on doing with my
CBT and
participants.
REBT both, I guess, helps a lot in the training. Like,
Yeah.
in bits and pieces, it definitely helps make the training session more impactful.
Yeah. In fact, my PhD is into emotional resilience and EI,
Yeah,
as
great.
well as cognitive neuroscience, behavioral
Okay.
therapy. So
Okay. I'll be following your path. I'm a psychologist and I will be following your
no, no,
paths
it's like yeah, no.
very, very soon,
Uh,
surely. Sir, you hold patents also, right, in organizational change
yeah,
management?
yeah,
That's actually wonderful. So, what
yeah.
advice would you give to trainers wanting to develop their own unique IP?
Yeah. So, what I would advise trainers is, one is naturally, understanding, following the world which is there in front of you. But while you're doing this, understand, identify the research gaps. Always you have to identify the research gaps. Until unless we don't understand the research gaps, where's the where you can really add value, which is not available in the market, then you try to really explore that and build your framework, which actually bridges the gap. So first is understanding the gap, doing the research, and build and bridging the gap would give you the the mindset of creating frameworks for the industry, for the customer. So that's what I've been doing. So, and whenever I feel that there's a gap, I quickly go and do some research. I look at different frameworks and see that okay, this doesn't really give the answer to this the situation. Then can we come up with our own framework? So that always have helped me to create robust and detailed frameworks. Um and that's how I've done a lot of research on change management and 12 years back I've written a white paper and framework on enterprise change management at organizational level and how maturity models can be designed for change management, how organizations should adopt change management scientifically rather than knee-jerk reactions.
Okay. So I guess we can talk for hours on all the topics. If I actually want to know all these things bit by bit,
Yeah. The
but
framework
however,
is called, yeah, the framework is called process for accelerated change execution and sustenance.
okay,
This
process for
basis,
accelerated. Yeah.
process for accelerated change execution and sustenance
Okay. Okay. We
is
get this
basis.
when we search for it. I'll get it right.
Yeah, it is there on my website as well. So you can always go and look at the frameworks. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Great. Great,
I
sir.
always believe in sharing, Sneha. So so
Definitely,
that
you
really
have made
helps
it
me.
clear in the first itself, right? So
Yeah, yeah.
that is why I'm even asking you. That's why. So, sir, I would, as we are, little bit of short of time, I guess. So, I would like to know the most important thing. That is, what is that one piece of advice that you will give all of us who are at the start of our this career journey and we want to go big and do big. So, what is that advice that you would want to give us?
Yeah, the simple advice, as I said earlier, Um, one is be relevant to the situation, be relevant to the market, be relevant to the overall scenario, right? If you are not relevant to the world, you will not be able to either lead it, neither you'll be able to follow it. So be relevant to the situation.
So basically, we have to find the needs of the world, the training
Yeah, yeah,
needs,
yeah. You should
that
be
the
very
needs of the
sensitive.
world will be
So first and
understood.
foremost is being sensitive. So I've
Right.
seen this paradigm happening in today's world is people are self-centric. Okay, they are so
Self-centered.
so
Right.
so so self-centric and they're within themselves. They are not
Hmm.
sensitive about the surroundings. So that's what I
Hmm.
feel. First and foremost, I need to be sensitive around my surroundings. What's happening around me? What's happening in the world? It's my world and our world outside, right? So and then you think about okay, how I can be relevant to the demands of the customer, demands of the world towards me. Yeah.
Wow. What a deeply insightful conversation, sir. I really wanted it to be a longer conversation. Maybe very soon we'll have another longer version of this podcast.
Yes.
And yeah, so here was Sangram Singh Pawar, sir, who showed us that behind every little achievement lies a story of grit, learning, and always the mindset that he has talked about to us. The mindset need to be right. And this is my takeaway today. His journey is a powerful reminder. to use, for all of us, that whether we are just beginning or already in the game, our work becomes meaningful when it is rooted in purpose. So if today's episode gives you something to reflect on or act upon, do share it with your fellow trainers and coaches. Tag us, connect with us. Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks everyone. Thanks, my audience.